What up? I'm a little late. Okay. I had to reconfigure this webcam. If you guys remember the saga last week, I had to swap out my webcam, but I got my regular one working again, so we're good to go. Everything's fine, dude. We're not dropping out of the race. Okay. Warriors destroyed the Spurs today. All right. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Okay. What's up, Diosa? How you doing, man? How's everybody out there? I got another banana water. Okay. And I got regular drinking water. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. We'll talk about some baseball stuff. We'll talk about the City Connects. We'll do some show and tell finally. I got so much stuff to show you guys. You know what I mean? Chair's getting squeaky. Probably time to start thinking about replacing it. I fixed my fire. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, we're making slow and steady progress. That's all you can ask for. Slow and steady progress, okay? Yeah, what else is going on? What are you guys up to? What's the word? What's the word, dude? Besides the Warriors smacking the Spurs, Giants won today. Warriors won today. It's just, it's a decent little sports day. It's a decent little sports day. That's all. Here, I'll get the show and tell started early. Did I show you guys this yet? From Stevo Custom Cards. I got the Frank Thomas. It's so cool with the White Sox patch in the back. Obviously on camera it doesn't come across, but it's, 3D. I got this at Fans Fest. Always loved Frank Thomas. He's one of my favorite players as a kid. So I saw that and I was like, man, I need that. I need that. He was at Ricky Henderson's celebration of life too. So I looked at him right in the eyes. That's right in the eyes. Panthers lost home opener. Which Panthers who? Sub Shot Simple. Sub JD. Sub Jack. Sub Gabe. I didn't know what to talk about today, I'll be honest. I know there's always sports to talk about, but I could not think of any other topics. I did take a nap today. I got up early, didn't sleep that much. My upstairs neighbors are loud constantly. Yeah. Angel, what's up? All right, let's get into some, I guess we'll talk baseball. First of all, with the Giants, I think we're going to be pretty good, but it's a super tough division. So, have the Dodgers even lost yet? Did they play today? I don't know if they played today, but they were 5-0. I mean, they started that by the end of the official opening day, they were already 3-0. Just where's the fun in it, Where's the fun in it? Give them all the stars. How many MVPs do they need, It's just dumb. Oh, Bay Area Panthers. I didn't even realize the season started. Where are they playing? So I know originally they were going to play at Oracle Arena, and then I think they moved to SAP Center. I was supposed to go to their inaugural game when COVID hit. I gotta look into that. I got the Bay Area Panthers football right here. Woo! Woo! All right. Yeah, I think the Giants are going to be pretty good, man. It's a really fun team. Even if, we can't beat out the division, it's at least going to be a fun season. A lot of fun moments, I bet. Matt Chapman, Just with the web gems already, it's, I don't know, so much fun to watch. Jung-Hoo Lee is always fun to watch. Like, it's just, yeah, we got some players that are fun to watch. Now, if it's enough to get over the juggernauts, I don't know. But we'll see. Actually went back and watched your candlestick tribute today. Every few weeks I go down a candlestick rabbit hole. That's cool. I like to watch that video every once in a while too. I haven't watched it in quite a while now, but yeah, actually I really like part 2 because we actually got into the lights and all that with my brother, and it's just a silly video, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So they are playing at SAP Center. Okay. And you deleted your comment. Okay. All right. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, nope. It's back. Okay. You know, it's hard to, I don't know. There's so many weird things about this baseball season. Like, obviously the A's being in Sacramento, that whole thing is strange. The Rays are playing at a minor league park as well. You got these weird new bats that the Yankees are using. They hit 8 home runs in their first game. Aaron Judge has hit already a handful of home runs. And then the Dodgers undefeated. It's just like, it's a weird baseball season. And it's like, I'm partially excited because I like the Giants team so much, but then all the other stuff just makes it not as fun, you know? And when there's an innovation, if you want to call it, of those baseball bats, I don't know how much of it, we'll see. We need more, you know, data to see how much it's actually affecting. It could be coincidence, but the fact that they're using these new bats and then suddenly, you know, their offensive numbers are like skyrocketing is definitely strange. And I don't mind innovation, but to a certain degree, you know, and it just kind of, I don't know, those bats just seem a little too far. And not like against the rules of the game, just like my personal like preference, you know? It's just like, just use a regular bat, you know, and see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's ultimately a good thing. And obviously every sport has seen that most of the normies and casuals, they just like offense. So maybe I'm wrong. I like defense. In every sport, I get more excited for like a great defensive play than a great offensive play. You know, some of the like great defensive plays throughout like the Giants World Series runs, I still think of so highly. You know, I don't know. I don't want it to just be a home run derby, you know? And it's a lot like basketball where like the mid range went away. So it's like you're either at the bucket or you're shooting a 3. There's like almost no mid range anymore. And that's what it feels like with the 3 true outcomes of baseball, where it's either strikeout, walk, home run. That's the 3, right? Yeah, I don't know. There's not even walk. Is it strikeout, pop up? I don't know. Whatever it is, I just know they're trying to hit dongs. And it's just like, it cheapens the home run, you know? The home runs aren't as exciting if it's just constant. Yeah, I know you hate the Dodgers, but Ice keep rolling on the field, the World Series trophy, blah, blah, blah. Shot Simple, I do know what you're referring to. My fandom will not allow me to comment on such matters. YouTube keeps trying to get me to watch that video of the opening ceremonies, and I refuse to. I will not watch it. I do not want to watch it. Okay, that's like that's like watching Hitler rolling past the Champs-Élysées or whatever to the Eiffel Tower, dude. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, right? What's up, Jenny? Welcome back. I'm going to Anaheim this week. Yeah, I know Anaheim's been cold. I like it cold though. Are you going to Disneyland or no? Um, I'm gonna go back to Vegas for a weekend in a couple weeks to film some other stuff. I just saw like a super cheap flight, and there's just some things I left on the table where I was like, man, I want to go, and I'm trying to like catch these cheap flights. I'm trying to use my Frontier Pass. So there's a couple of other things I want to film, and there was also this antique store that there was stuff I wanted that I didn't get. I forgot to go back, and so I found like a super cheap flight round trip. Like it was $100 or so, and I was like, man, I'm gonna just go back real quick, like a little super quick trip. And yeah. Are you going to the Battle of the Bay? Possibly. Possibly. Saw on Reddit the SF logo. Ooh, this banana water is good, folks. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Disney is way too expensive nowadays. Yeah, it is. I will be back there in July. Oh, did I get while I was sleeping? Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah, my niece is funny. Um, Sorry. Do, 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 do. And then where else? There was somewhere else I'm gonna go. I will go to Sacramento tomorrow. You guys know why. Saw the SF logo got leaked. Let me see. I was gonna talk about the City Connects. Look, I don't know, man. It's a really weird baseball season. I feel like I posted in the Discord. I posted a quote from the Rockies owner that was just saying it's kind of unfair. Now, a lot of Rockies fans don't like the owner. They want him to sell the team. They have a lot of issues with him. And again, I don't like any of the owners, so I'm not defending them. But with Colorado, it's hard for them. It's hard for them to get free agents. They don't have the same payroll. The team knows that while their offensive numbers will look good, they will get handicapped if they want another contract because of that. Also, the team might not be good because it's really hard to get good pitching up there. And, it's not like they haven't tried. They signed Chris Bryant to a huge deal. They kept Arenado for quite a while. They probably shouldn't have let him walk, but I know fans are mad about that. Fans are still mad about Tulowitzki. I get it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Baseball's weird, man. And, the fact that all the owners are in cahoots to let the whole thing happen with the A's is like, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's up, Bay Area Aviation? Give me a sack tomorrow? Yes, I am. So that picture of the SF logo comes from Reddit. Let's see. I found it. Yeah, so I don't know. But I will be in Sacramento for the A's game tomorrow. I want to go to the Battle of the Bay 2.0 during the week. But I'm also just I don't know, man. These sports videos, I don't know. I don't know. It's been sports video after sports video after sports video, and I just don't know if I can keep up. And I don't know. I'm in a weird place, folks. I'm in a weird place, I work very, very hard on my videos. I love making the videos. The sports ones aren't that fun to make, to be honest. And I don't know. It's like, why do I keep working so hard and stressing myself out over videos that get no views? You know, I don't know. Um, like maybe I don't know. Like the candlestick video got a lot of views, right? Like maybe I could just do more videos like that instead of like in the moment experience videos. I don't know. Start a sports channel. I mean that's just like not doubling the work, but like it's just splitting up the work. Um I just think maybe just longer form, kind of like the candlestick video, might be a better way to go. I don't know. Not sure. I keep tapping the send button. I don't know what that means. Too much at once. You deserve a break. I mean, I've had breaks. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, I don't know. I just, I work full time. My apartment's a mess. The ants are back. I don't know. I don't know, like, what the future of the channel should be, Uh, but I guess you feel pretty stupid when you work as hard as I have. My channel, I started the channel, I created the account 9 years ago. I think maybe today, that might be an old notification, but that's what YouTube was telling me. Um, and the fact that I can't even get, I can usually, most of my videos lately barely break 400 views. I mean, that's kind of pathetic, right? So I don't know. Um, the Oakland Roots video, I put it out today, and it's performing better than most of the videos lately, but it's still only just over like 500 views. It's not crazy, Um, so I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Marlena, what up? Is Gabe and the LDB crew all coming up to Sac tomorrow? I'm not going to the game. Maybe I can swing by and say hey. Um, Gabe is not going. Gabe has said publicly he never wants to go to an athletics game ever again. Any location doesn't matter. Last dive bar crew, I actually don't know, but I doubt it. I know there's gonna be some people connected to them that are gonna be there. I have no idea who exactly. I just anticipate that I will see some people that I know. I have not coordinated with anyone. I'm just going on my own volition. I'm trying to decide what hat to wear. I was going to wear my Oakland Ballers hat, but then I kind of want to wear my River Cats hat just to say that's the only Sacramento team that I acknowledge. We'll see. I don't want to go crazy with the video either. I just kind of want to keep it simple so I can put it out really quick, like this week. But I don't know. We'll see. As an example, like that's one of the things I want to be there for the sports history of it. But it's like, I don't know. All right, like last 2 weeks ago or whatever, when I told you guys I drove up to the ghost towns and found the abandoned mine shafts and did all this stuff, and I was filming for like 10 hours straight, and it's like, will that, whenever I get around to finishing that video and putting it out, is it going to get 300, 400 views? So it's like, I could have just did that on my own for fun, not spent 10 hours doing it, spent, 5-6 hours checking everything out and not stressing myself out, and then spending weeks upon weeks editing it. I don't know. It's like, it's not that I don't like hard work or anything like that. It's just like, if nobody cares, then why am I just yelling into the abyss? So like, I could just enjoy it on my own. Is kind of how I feel about it. Because my overall mission for this channel was to like I've told you guys, showcase cool things and experiences and show people that otherwise couldn't do it, or demographics that get ignored, cool stuff. and no, they're not watching it anyway. So it's like, nah, you know. It might be crazy up there, JD. Right? Maybe put out shorts, more frequent short form content. I mean, that's again, like I know I reiterate myself and repeat myself constantly. That was always the plan. I just don't have the time to also do the short form content and stuff, and that's why I've been, I mean, for a year and a half now, I've been asking if anyone knows editors that can help me with that, and actual editors, not just people that like will just put it into an AI, because there's a bunch of AI ones that'll like cut up videos for you in the short form. They're just terrible. They make no sense. They just, and my videos are very free flowing, so they're not like is easy to cut up. I need a legit editor to do that. So yes, I want to pump out short form content. I want like multiple videos that I can put out a day, especially like with the Sunday night live streams. Like I haven't really been joking around this one. With some of them, I'm joking around a lot. There's a lot of funny moments. Those could be chopped up pretty simply and put online. I literally don't have the time, man. Like I'm telling you, like I'm swamped, and there's still so many things. My apartment is unorganized. My display case and my shadow boxes aren't built. Like there's so many things I want to do that I just don't have time. So yeah, I mean, if anyone knows editors, real editors, not AI editors, I'm down to pay. Just nobody wants to do it. I don't know. Wear your Coliseum hat. I mean, that might be a good choice. I'm in the same place with my channel. I don't know what to do. I do this for fun as a hobby, but I want to make content. Just don't have a clue what to make it on. I'm slowly running out of ideas. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, for me, I'm not running out of ideas. I have a trillion ideas. Like, I will die with ideas never even touched. I just don't have the time. And I guess that's the reason I want more views and stuff like that is, you know, so I can do more, so I can put out more. Like that's the only reason I want this channel to be full time, so I can do more. I don't want to be rich and famous. I just want to have the time, and I don't. I have to go to work and pay my bills and all that. And what they don't tell you, for you young folks, when you live alone, everything's on you, man. Nobody else is doing the dishes. Nobody else is doing the laundry. No one else is vacuuming. Right? Like every little thing adds up, man. No one else is going to scrub the shower and clean it every once in a while, you know? It's all on you. It feels hella good to hear the instrumental version of Bye Bye Baby on NBC during opening week. For a second, I went to the NSYNC song. Not the Candlestick song. I was like, wait, what? What's up, Mark? Should taking the A zone or not taking the name Sacramento A's. Just, you know, another thing, just snubbing his nose at the people. But there's gonna be a lot of scabs there. Used to get a few thousand views on every video, then I stopped in 2020. Since I've been back, my views are in the tank. I mean, I feel like everybody's is. Even some of the established YouTubers I watch, like their views seem to be way lower than they were a few years ago. Maybe just people moved on to like TikTok and stuff. And yeah, I don't know if it's YouTube's fault or just people, you know, people's viewing habits change, but it seems like there's a lot less exploratory YouTube viewing. I think people used to take the time to like go through recommended videos and like find new channels. I feel like people don't really do that anymore. They just watch the channels that they're used to, that, you know they like, and there's a lot less kind of discovery going on. And more of that seems to be happening like on TikTok. These videos are probably super important for those 500 people. That's a good point, Ian. Maybe it is. It doesn't feel important though. You know, that's one thing I've struggled with since I started the channel is like engagement has always been low. Like I barely get any comments. So yeah, maybe those 500 views are important, or 500 people or whatever, like you said, but I wish I knew that. I wish people would leave comments. Um, I wish there was more of a dialogue or a discussion. I mean, that's why I started the Discord too, so that we'd have more discussion and all that. I don't know. I do have like my other ideas I'm still working on. That's some of my, my personal bandwidth goes into that as well. I'm designing some shirts and writing a book and things like that. And I just kind of randomly pop around, like whatever my creative flow, wherever it lies, is kind of where I go to. In this past week, man, I've been really angry this week. I don't really know why. Like, there's no specific reason, but for some reason I've been really on edge. I think it's probably, honestly, probably the upstairs neighbors, because just I have this constant anxiety because they're just constantly shaking my apartment, and I feel like it's setting off like my adrenaline. It's like almost like a fight or flight thing. Every time there's like, and they're just like completely dismissive and inconsiderate that there's someone below them, so they just have they're letting their toddler just run around for 7 hours straight, even though there's a beautiful park across the street. In our complex, there's a playground. Like, so I don't know, maybe it's that, but I noticed this. I posted this in the Discord. Like, when that is going on, I get in like a catatonic state. Does anyone feel that? Like, do you ever like get anxiety or on edge where you're just catatonic, like you just can't do anything? So a lot of times this past week, when I've had moments to edit, I'm not super productive because I'm kind of like subconsciously waiting for the next boom, the next shake, and that sucks. That really sucks. So yeah, the Roots video I was hoping to have out a little quicker. But I put it out today. I usually don't put out videos on the weekends. Usually, I mean, it was always my experience that weekend videos would never perform well. But I mean, it performed better than a lot of the more recent videos. So I don't know, maybe maybe more Sunday videos. I'm sorry, when can I go back to the Discord? I don't know. You got to ask Gabe. I'm not even in the Discord right now. When it comes to engagement, you need to ask your drive viewers to comment. I mean, I do all the time, There's a lot of videos where I'm like, oh, what's your favorite so-and-so? Tell me. And then not a single person ever responds. You're dealing with bad neighbors too? Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I've already ranted and raved about this. It's like, I live in an apartment. I understand I'm going to hear stuff. I think I'm reasonable about it. It's just like power walking and letting a child just run around. I feel like that's just a little too far, Like, when I hear vacuuming stuff, I don't get mad. That's part of life. You got to vacuum. I get it. When I hear just casual walking or whatever, cool. I'm going to hear that. But again, power walking back and forth, just no care or consideration for anyone else. They're also just loud in general, like even outside and stuff. They just don't care. Again, I think it might be a cultural thing, but it's just, yeah, I just like my peace and quiet, and I don't really get it here, which sucks because I love my apartment besides the ants and the upstairs neighbors. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, like, they've reported me for being loud before. I think they were just like retaliating kind of because I had talked to them before. So with management, I told them like about this, and they seem to get louder whenever management's involved. I don't know. One thing I've found with comments is people will leave them if you are active in the comment section. I mean, yeah, I used to be super active. I'm not as much anymore. Maybe I should be. Sounds like it just burned out. Take some time to relax, re-energize. And yeah, neighbors are scum of the earth. Yeah. Yeah. How cool would it be if you could watch any sports game with a VR headset and feel everything and taste food? I mean, you could just go to the game. Some of those like the Sphere type places. There's one in LA that's like a mini Sphere. You feel like you're sitting on the sidelines or whatever. There's the most popular videos are NFL videos or abandoned places. Yeah, those depending on the subject, but I mean, look, some of my most popular videos were 49ers videos, and then so I kept doing 49ers videos, and every single one got less and less views, you know? My neighbor hangs out in his garage constantly, and I'm in a duplex. Every time he opens the garage door, I just get angry. Bro, it sucks, man. Let's move somewhere else. I don't want to, though. I love this place. I like the layout of it. My parking spot is right outside. Like, there's so many things. It's a super quiet little tucked away area. I don't know. People like that feeling of being acknowledged when they leave a comment, and if you engage with them in the comment section, yeah, no, I think you're right. I need to get better at that. I used to reply to every single comment no matter what, and I kind of don't anymore. I don't know why. Just I felt like it was useless, I guess. I can deal with neighbor noise at a reasonable hour, but in the evenings or early mornings it makes me rage. I mean, to me, it's like I've been in upper level places, right? I walk gingerly. I walk softly. I don't want to disturb anyone. These people, though, it's just power walking, just absolutely, you can tell they're not even trying. And there's a difference between sometimes I can hear walking, but like I don't really hear the footsteps. I just hear the building creaking. I don't get mad at that. That's the building. Nothing you can do. But I think it's the dude. You can hear it's like doom, 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 doom. It's like, bro, you're not even trying. I wouldn't do that to them. I would never do that to them. I don't play anything at crazy levels. Like I keep audio low just because I don't want to bother neighbors. Like I'm considerate. You got to document it all? I have been, yeah. I've been getting videos. I've been documenting times and stuff. I've experienced all that anxiety and bad energy. It freezes you from doing anything. From an artistic standpoint, it's like cancer of the imagination. No, absolutely, Mark. That's what I'm saying. So like this whole week I've just been on edge, and when I'm trying to edit, it's like, yeah, there's like this wall up and I just feel catatonic. I just feel like, you know, the same feeling as you, bro. Like here running, and what's even worse, I hear music from the Bluetooth speaker when I wake up on the weekends. Oh man, like I'm glad I don't get that. Like sometimes I hear their TV and stuff. I don't really get mad at that because it's not super loud. It's like watch TV, that's cool. And this is the thing, they have a toddler. I want their toddler to have a wonderful life. I want their toddler to laugh and smile and run and jump and play and have a beautiful life. But I don't think I should bear that burden. I don't think I should have to. I don't even know the child's name. I don't think I should have to deal with them right above me all day long when we have a beautiful park across the street. We have a playground in the complex. Doesn't matter where the baseball team is in what city, because if you're a fan of the team, it's not the team's fault. It's the owners who treat the team the way. To me, look, my fandom has to do with where I'm from. So yes, absolutely. If any of my teams leave the Bay Area, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I'm a fan of a team representing an area. Okay? I'm wearing my Bay FC vintage style hat. Okay? Bay Area, that's it. So yes, to me, it absolutely matters. I'm not a fan of the branding or the ownership group. Your video, what camera do you use? Right now, my main camera is a Sony A7 IV, but I have a few different cameras. But that's my main camera. I mean, it takes time to reply, but definitely helps. Yeah, no, you're right. I got to get better at that. If cities don't matter, why even have the name of the city attached to the team? Yeah, exactly. My favorite video of yours is the old SF Silo. From production standpoint, your filming editing is on point. Looking forward to similar videos of yours. Dude, that's sick. I got some fun stuff. What I'm gonna try to put out this week, I'll just tell you guys, Texas Prison Museum, an awesome museum about the history of prisons in Texas. I've been editing this video for a very long time. The audio is really bad, and luckily, waiting as long as I have, AI tools for cleaning up audio have gotten better and better. So I'm actually able to salvage some of it because I don't know if you guys remember, but when I went to Texas, I accidentally had my microphone plugged into the wrong port for the whole trip. I don't know if you guys remember that. The Alamo Dome game video I did and all that, the audio was terrible because it was plugged in wrong. It was just a quick little oopsie, and the whole trip, whole entire 3-week trip, all my audio was messed up. So, you gotta learn lessons, you know? You gotta learn lessons, dude. But yeah, so Texas Prison Museum, awesome museum. I go show briefly. I show the actual old prison that started the prison system. It's a lot of fun. And then I got some Disneyland videos. I'm still working on those. And then I do have some more abandoned places that I filmed already that I need to I'm looking at my list. So there's definitely going to be some more stuff like that. What's up, Cyrus? Going on Tuesday? Nice. I'm going tomorrow. You have a right to be peaceful, live in an environment. Start documentation. Yeah, no, I got all that documented, but from everything I've gathered, there's not much you can do, you know? So I don't know. We'll figure it out. What's up, Rob? I'm probably not going to Giants opening day, unfortunately. What's up, Richard? So I always check before you film with sound. I mean, look, I was on the go. It was recording sound. It just was recording it terribly. But yeah, I actually had to use it on the Roots game. So I think I told you guys, but my windscreen for my main microphone that I've been using fell into an abandoned mine shaft in Nevada last week. 2 weeks ago. So when I filmed the Roots game, the video that came out today, it was very windy. The windscreen does way more than I thought it did. So the audio was really bad. But the AI cleaned it up really good. There were some parts of the audio from today's video where when I was editing, I could barely even hear the dialogue, whatever was said. And the AI actually cleaned it up pretty well, and you can actually kind of hear it. So those tools will help a lot. So the Texas Prison Museum, it's fun. We got some clone gags, right? The clones make an appearance. It's a fun video, and I'm going to try to have it out this week. But this week, I am going to try to film multiple things as well. So we'll see. Next Sunday's your birthday? Awesome, dude. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. What happened at the start of the Fans Fest video? Most people probably didn't notice, but it was kind of janky at the start. Dude, I noticed that too. Dude, I have no idea. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what was going on. I didn't change any settings. But when I started editing and I saw the quality was all grainy, I was like, what is going on? But luckily, I don't know if there was some sort of low light compensation on because it was early in the morning. I don't know. But I noticed that too. But even some of the clips later, it was bright. And yeah, some of the clips are really bad. I actually still don't know. Part of me is wondering if I had something on my camera in the wrong. Let me show you. I'll show you guys as an example. This is one of my lenses. That's this lens is broken. Also, I have multiple broken lenses. Also, this camera, after I film this week, I'm sending it in for repairs because unfortunately it is making noise because I dropped it. But if you see, I have a lot of all those settings, 1, 2, 3, those are programmable settings. I have them set to different things. So one is my main, that's what it's on now, and it's on video. It says right here. So on video, 1 is my main recording. It's only 24 frames a second, 4K, best quality I can get. 2 is 60 frames a second at 4K, and then 3 is 120 frames a second, but only at 1080p. So a lot of the slow-mo is actually upscaled. It's actually just 1080p, and I upscale it to 4K. So those are the three like presets I mainly use. But then when I'm trying to do photos, a lot of times I just run auto when I'm doing photos because I do not have time when I'm doing videos and photos. I just kind of do auto. I have to flip these around real quick, like on the go. So part of me is wondering if I had something wrong. Maybe I had this dial wrong or something for that first little bit of the Fans Fest video. And then when going to switch to do photos or something, maybe I just fixed it and didn't even notice. That's my only guess because I have no idea why the quality was all weird at the beginning of that video. No clue. But I'm dude, you're sharp. You're sharp for noticing that. Porky Horror, what up? I hate how that Tucker hat looks. Tucker hat? What? What's the Tucker hat, Diosa? Looking forward to the Disneyland videos because the moment I will live vicariously through you until me and my fam can make it to Disneyland. Yeah, I've said this a bunch of times, but I filmed like 7 hours of footage or something like that. So like, that's why I haven't put it out yet because I have to go through it all. So I ended up swapping or like moving everything around to 3 different videos when it was supposed to be just one. Going to the Chapman bobblehead game next week. I'm not. I am working, but I'm gonna try to get the bobblehead later. The patch is honestly fine, decent for John Fisher quality, but the hat in general just looks odd. I don't know which hat you're talking about. There's noise reduction apps do an incredible tool. Yeah, they're great. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sheesh. Noise reduction tools even take out things like music. Yeah, for sure. Do you believe in Sasquatch? I want to. Dude, I want Bigfoot. I want Yetis. I want all of it to be true. Can you meet me at the first Fresno Grizzlies game? Because after that, I'm gonna go to every minor league team and MLB team every game. I wouldn't be able to get out there for a long time later in the season. Yeah, you listen to Paul. So proud of you, man. I told you guys you can get repaired. So proud of you. Sign up for the membership for your credential card. Not yet, but I do have it saved. And dude, I know I can get repairs. It's just the repairs are also pricey. I sent in an old camera to get repaired before as well. I just, it sucks when the repairs are like half the price of a new camera. Camera looks like an RC controller. Kristen Pache, Trey Mancini, and Ramos Garcia starting their seasons with the Reno Aces. That's cool. Did you go? Trucker hat. Which trucker hat, though? That's a Bay FC hat, right? Yes, Tommy. Good eye. This is a Bay FC hat. I actually got the other one, too. I like the other one better, but I felt like I'd throw this one on tonight. Nikon Z6 II is basically the same. Yeah, for sure. Gabe is not going to an A's game. A's home opener, they're giving out a trucker. Oh, okay. I did not see that. AI denoise tool in Lightroom is insane. Yeah, the denoise tool in Lightroom I used on my last when I posted the Oakland Roots fireworks photos. I used that on it, and it was amazing. Premiere has some denoise stuff, but I haven't really used it. So the problem with that footage too at the beginning of Fans Fest is when I was editing, I noticed it looked a little bad, but the full scope of it, I couldn't tell until it was uploaded and rendered. And I was like, oh man, that actually looks really bad. Because, I edit on like quarter quality, something like that. Then I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, you picked a very expensive hobby business being half the price. I mean, I don't want you to say anything. I'm not, I'm on a live stream yapping. Have you ever had a stream filled with 1K viewers? No, dude, nobody cares. The people do not care like that. I have a very small group of people that care about anything I do. What else? All right, let's talk about the City Connects. All right. Now let me preface this, okay? Let me preface this by saying I am not a person that just hates changes. I like a lot of City Connects. I like Probably majority of City Connects I like. I even like all the NBA City Connect or whatever they call it, City Statement jerseys that most people didn't like. I like most of them. There's still some I think are terror, like god awful, but there's still a lot of them I like. I think the new Nationals one is awesome. I posted a bunch of them. The Texas Rangers from last year, awesome. What else did I post? I don't remember. I'm not against change. The last Giant City Connects, the fog jerseys, I didn't hate them. At first, I was like, I wasn't. I was disappointed, but seeing them in person at the ballpark, they look nice, and they won me over, and I really enjoyed them, and so I ended up liking them. That said, that said, folks. I gotta fix all my live stream stuff. These are the leaks. I still don't think they're official, but it's confirmed basically. Tomorrow the A's will be wearing 24 to honor Ricky Henderson. Hope the A's get rained out tomorrow. It's supposed to storm out here in the valley. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I figured that would be good for the video. Nationals Connects kind of look like college jerseys. I like the Nationals. I like the cherry blossoms. I like the new ones. I preferred the cherry blossoms, but these are apparently the new Giants jerseys. Now, there was rumors it was going to be focused on the long legacy of music in the Bay Area. That's what it said. And then there was going to be purple in it. And yeah, and these might look a little different on field, but it's hard to see that these will win me over. Just a big goofy Canva font, a lot of people I think mistakenly call it graffiti. It's not graffiti. It's supposed to be like Summer of Love. It goes with the San Francisco down at the bottom left. There's another patch in the bottom right that I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be. But there's also this. It's hard to see, but down here, it's like I think it's supposed to be a flower, Summer of Love flower. So it looks like a hippie design. Then I guess the background's supposed to be like the topography of, San Francisco, lots of hills and whatnot. Here's a picture, and I think it says 1958. When the Giants moved to San Francisco. Yeah, it says established 1958 right there. I'm very disappointed in two ways. In two ways. What do you guys think? Imagine if the A's win, there's a green beam. Richard, I hate the A's now, okay? I appreciated them in Oakland. I respected them. I rooted for them in the American League. Now I don't like the A's at all. I don't want them to have a green beam. I don't want them to have fun. I don't want them to do good. Yeah, I regret saying the Leafs were better than the Sharks. I would lose. I think I got karma. Tell me how it represents Giants in the city. Yeah, Sharks suck and I'm bad luck. That's why I can't go to another game this season. They look like hip hop and mixture back to the 80s or 90s. Potential hot take. I don't hate them. The word art is okay. The number font looks awful. The wavy design isn't terrible. I will not be pleased with the hate is lame. The pants are also black. I hate the numbers more than the word mark. The word mark is okay, just not for a Giants jersey. I mean, I always like those scripts. I actually have a script thing that I'm working on too. I like scripts. And the fact that it's just orange and purple is like, it's just two Phoenix Suns. Like there should be multiple colors if you're going to go for that. Where are they in the standings when they beat a second place team? It's supposed to resemble a baseball glove. Oh, it's a baseball glove, not a flower. Okay. Psychedelic culture. No, the bridge. I don't know what that means. What's worse, the Dodgers or the Athletics, or should I call it? I mean, I hate the Dodgers more than anyone ever, obviously, but I hate the A's now too. I mean, I hate all the ownership, all of them. I hate all the owners. Okay, that's it. Um, but anyways, this is kind of my thing. Like the design wise, I'm not into them. I can get over that for the most part, but what just what just irritates me more than anything about this, uh, what irritates me about this is how normy it is. Like if you ask Chat GPT or something like what like design something for San Francisco, they're gonna go for like hippies and Grateful Dead. And it's like it's just so cliche. Like we're done with the hippie thing, man. We're done with it. Like just I guess this is gonna be the where's the hat? So this might be the logo on the hat, apparently. Um it's just like I don't know. This logo isn't terrible. It just doesn't fit. I don't know. I just feel like why does it have to be why does it have to be the most cliche thing ever, man? Like who are they making these for? Are they making it for locals or are they making it for other people? Cuz this is if you ask someone on the East Coast, like what do you think of San Francisco? Like what represents San Francisco? They'll be like, "Oh, hippies in a VW van painted up and Grateful Dead." And it's just that doesn't like obviously there's still hippies, there's still that culture, but it's like that's one street in San Francisco. Like yes, there's plenty of Deadheads and Grateful Dead. Everyone appreciates them and what they did, but like it's still just a niche kind of fandom. But for some reason, people just think Full House and hippies and Grateful Dead. And it's like, if you were going to talk about the music, like, there's so much. You could have done Fillmore jazz history. You could have spread out to the whole Bay Area, which would have been smart with the A's leaving, and just made it a Bay Area themed jersey. Like, I don't know. There's so much you could have did, and you just went for the normie hippie thing. And it's just like, so it's like the design, whatever. Like, I don't like it, but whatever. But just the idea of it irritates me. Just the fact that someone was like, let's do hippies. Let's do Grateful Dead. Just irritates me, man. For me, it's Goth, Giant City Connect. Psychedelic does not equal to hippies. I mean, doesn't it? When I think psychedelic, I think like hippies and Grateful Dead and Fish. I'm so excited to go to the Giants game on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, you got to get the Chapman bobblehead. I mean, it could be worse. They could make some kind of weird silicone, super techie themed jersey. Oh yeah, that would suck. The Wave should get taken away from the MLB. If the city is starting can't have the team, nobody can have it. I mean, the Wave is not regulated. Psychedelic culture is more than the Grateful Dead. You want a more basic look, not entirely. Look, maybe for you, if you're more in tune with that culture, but when you're not, from the outside looking in, it's all tied together. And going for the little hippie word mark on the bottom and the Grateful Dead kind of inspired stuff is just very, very basic, and there's no creativity in it. Like, these are Chat GPT jerseys. Black jersey's more goth. I mean, I don't see goth at all just because it's black. I would rather a goth. Like, go back to like touch with like tap into the New York Gothams. Do a whole Gotham City goth black Tim Burton jerseys. I'll take that. All the dummies in Facebook comments like to act like San Francisco's Gotham City already. Let's just embrace it. I want to be a Giants fan. My dad keeps yapping about it being a new era for the A's. I mean, everyone has their own take, their own journey. But for me, if my teams leave, that's it. Get out of here. Is this AI generated? Is not. MLB needs to adopt what minor league teams do with the alter egos. Porto Chiladas, some of those teams in the Midwest Beckies are sick. Some of those are really fun, but I'm also getting tired of it. It's like, I don't know. What did the River Cats do? They were like the luchadors or something. Some of it's cool, but it's like I don't like when it's a whole new brand. Like it's too much to keep up with. Theme nights, cool, but I don't know. Didn't even bother adding anything that has to do with SF food culture, like a clam chowder. Dude, food culture would be sick. A bunch of seafood stuff. Avocado toast or whatever they want to say. Going to start goth on City Connect nights. That's what you should, yeah. But yeah, I'm just upset. There's so many things they could have tapped into that they didn't. And it's just annoying, you know. I know the Warriors already did the cable car jerseys. And even cable cars are normie, but like at least with the cable car jerseys, they really tapped into the history. Like they really made it like a thing where it's like it was really representative and it was dope. But these are just like someone who's not from San Francisco, I think, came up with these. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe someone did and they don't even realize how cliche this is, but it's just boring. It's just boring, man. Avocado toast. I'm telling you, do the avocado toast jerseys. The expensive lattes or whatever. What else? There's something else. I know, like, you guys, it was a bunch of live streams ago, but we went over a bunch of like Giants what's it called? Why can't I think of the word? Giants jerseys that people came up with. I don't know. Concepts. That's the word. I couldn't think of concepts. But dude, they could have did Jazz in the Fillmore. Oh, that's what I know. I was like, there was a theme that I thought would be so dope. So dope. Better than the white Gatorade jerseys. Gabe is wrong again. He's constantly wrong. It's crazy. Saying these are better than the Fog jerseys is insane. It's insanity. I just wish... I want them to do like an Ohlone or Miwok indigenous theme jersey. I think that would be sick. And sort of make it like a... You know how the Diamondbacks made theirs look like very earthy colors? They could do like earthy colors with a little bit of orange. Miwok themed. Ohlone themed. That would be so dope. That would be dope. Now that would represent the area in a way that really hasn't been done ever. And I wish I knew how to make jersey concepts, because I would make the jersey concept. I like the Red City Connects. If you hate the A's, do you hate the stadium they're in because they're playing it? No, I like that stadium. I've been to that stadium. I've done a video at that stadium. I like that stadium. It's just not for the A's. It's not the A's stadium. Love our City Connect orange unis. Yeah. Ohlone jerseys would be awesome. I'm telling you, man, if they did like a tan colored jerseys with like some Ohlone art and then like a little bit of orange and like Yeah, represent the whole Bay too and the indigenous people of the Bay. That would be dope. That's a jersey I would buy. I would never buy this jersey right here. I would never buy this jersey. Red City Connects are more basic than these new ones. I don't mind basic. I like basic jerseys. I love basic jerseys. I I mean, I wish I even talked about like in Discord. I talk about like the Utah Mammoths. They have like that Web 2.0 vector style logo. I'm tired of that. I like classic style jerseys. Like watch. I like this. Sometimes I like minimalism. I like simplicity. Sometimes we do not respect subtlety enough. But like these are some of my favorite City Connects right here. These are beautiful. Simple. They flipped it upside down with the light top, dark pants. But just the nice TX, cool old school lettering. Like the numbers on the chest. Just I think these are awesome. So I like simplicity. I don't mind simplicity. You know, if it's done right. So yeah, I wouldn't mind simple jerseys. I mean, the Fog jerseys were really simple. The Fog jerseys were incredibly simple. They're almost all white. It'd be cool if they did an indigenous series for all teams, have jerseys celebrating the near tribes. That would be dope, but you know who would start crying about it. You know? Wolves Pistons fight? No, I did see someone made this really cool painting of Malice at the Palace though. Yeah, no, I don't mind simple jerseys. I don't mind crazy jerseys either, as long as they like look good, but that jersey just doesn't really look good. And it's just the concept is so just overdone and played out. All right, Grateful Dead. Yeah, blah blah blah. Imagine if the Giants actually did the Loney themed jerseys, fitteds, or anything miscellaneous. Those would fly off the shelves. I think so too. We got to embrace colors other than the usual black, navy, red, etc. I agree with that. Ranger City Connect kind of look like the White Sox. They look like the old White Sox for sure. They had neon tangerine orange, yeah, but they were mostly white, and it was just a brighter orange. We're already orange. If you were to rate all MLB jersey and team logos, which teams would you put in last and which ones in first? I mean, that's a big question, dude. That's a big question. Like bias aside, I'm gonna take the Giants and I'm gonna take the Dodgers out of it, right? Because yeah, I'm a sucker for powder blues. The Rangers powder blues, the Phillies powder blues, the old Expos powder blues. I like all those looks. I love the classic teams. So like we said, Cincinnati Reds. Oh, the Guardians new uniforms are awesome. I love the Guardians uniforms. Get the whole lineup. But kind of to Jenny's point, I am tired of just blue and red teams, but I do like this look. Where'd it go? Just classic, simple. I love the Guardians word mark. I love the C. I love the simplicity of it. That's kind of what I like. I mean, look at my hat. I'm wearing a Bay FC hat, but it looks like a super old logo, and it's a new team. You know, that's kind of what I like. But I do like some of the crazier uniforms too. I think like the Arizona Diamondbacks, like purple uniforms. I think they should go back to that. I don't mind what they are currently with like red and purple, but yeah. Honestly, there's not a lot of jerseys I don't like. I think the Red Sox are a little too bland. The Yankees are so boring to me. Everything about the Yankees is boring. The way everything's overblown, the way they're overrated and talked about too much. The Yankees are just the most boring franchise in sports to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm missing something, but fight breaks out between. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can try to play this for you guys. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, I think it will. All right. Let's turn on the audio. Hey, dude, I'm my own engineer, dude.
Holland was a really good high school player. Good fake.
Reed turned the corner and is fouled by Holland.
Man, oh, come on now.
I didn't even see the initial foul. Get in there, Dante. DiVincenzo mixing it up.
Time brawl now in the front row.
Someone punch Rudy.
Take a lot to break this up.
Someone punch Rudy now.
You got to stay out of the crowd.
Where's Draymond when you need him? Dude, Isaiah
this has been building on the last handful of possessions.
Rudy punch him, and then Draymond come out of the rafters. I want Draymond to come out of the rafters. I love DiVincenzo. Yeah, mix it up. I love a good fight. I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be better than that. I'm not better than that. Maybe someday. Not yet.
This crowd who braved the cold and the snow on its feet, applauding the intensity. The Timberwolves finally showing
getting socked in the face or what?
Game.
Show the replay.
And the officials are going to have a lot to look at as you look at DiVincenzo's neck.
I didn't even see like the initial hard foul that started.
The coaches are literally fighting with each other now.
I think I was watching the ball. Were they chippy the whole game? I was in the second quarter.
Pablo Prigioni. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I forgot Dennis Schroeder's there. Like Lindy Waters. It's like I forget all these players.
Before, Michael. I don't think I've ever seen a big melee like this. Holland was a really good high school player. Good fake.
Wait, that's not even that bad. Why'd he get so upset? Sorry, is the audio too loud? Is the audio too loud? I just noticed it might have been too loud.
Holland was a really good high school
Wait, that's
player.
not even that bad of a foul.
The corner and is fouled by Holland.
Dude, did he really get upset about that? Bro, that's why I missed it. It was hardly even a foul. He just...
Holland was a really good high school player. Good.
That is the weakest.
Reed turned the corner and is fouled by Holland.
See, that's why the Timberwolves don't win.
Oh, come on now.
That's why the Timberwolves won't win.
Big time brawl now in the front row. It's going to take a lot to break this up.
I don't like that this clip doesn't have replays. Because it's like you got to get the replays so that you see like the, like Malice at the Palace got the Jermaine O'Neal slide punch and stuff. Like there's a lot you could miss if you didn't get the replays. I'm just disappointed nobody hit Rudy Gobert. Look at the kid in the background. You see the kid in the background? He's trying to get the shot so hard. Kid in the background's trying to get the shot so hard. Look right here.
This has been building on the last handful of
future documentarian. But he's panicking. He's moving too fast, so he's not getting a good shot. Look, this kid in the gray. He's panicking, man. It's fun. I've been there. I moved the camera too fast, and you miss everything. You think you're catching everything, but you're missing it because you're moving too fast. It's all right. You'll learn, kid.
Nasri to take an exception to Holland and was wagging a finger in his face.
Man, was someone choking DiVincenzo?
Braved the cold and the snow on his feet, applauding the intensity. The Timberwolves finally showing some fight in this ball game.
Is that Kevin Garnett split jersey right there? It's kind of cool. Did they sell that? I wonder if they sold that or if it's custom. I mean, it's got to be. I don't think it's custom. The neckline is not.
In the intensity, the Timberwolves finally showing some fight in this ball game.
Dennis Schroeder didn't even throw a punch, man.
And the officials are going to have a lot to look at as you look at DiVincenzo's neck.
The coaches are getting into it.
The coaches are getting into it, he says.
Fighting with each other now, too.
Honestly, dude, have we ever had a good coaches fight? I don't think we've ever seen coaches mix it up, have we?
Pablo Prigioni, I mean, this is ridiculous. And they're both wearing black, so you can't tell who is who.
Wait,
I don't know what you're talking about. Thank God Dre was not.
I don't think I've ever seen that
fighting
before,
like
Michael. I don't
For
think
real.
I've ever seen a big melee like this.
The rest of us, yeah, you can't change too much because much tradition. Yeah. I haven't played Bitball yet, Diosa. Bro, you gotta watch it. 7 ejections spilled into the first row of baseline seats. We love it, dude. And Jenny, it does look like the Grateful Dead. Literally, that's what the word mark is. Guess he has anxiety. So Josh Gritty, game winner. Yeah, that was crazy. Kid got a jersey after the game. As long as there isn't Malice at the Palace situation where fans get beaten up. Dude, no, I want fans to get beaten up, man. I need fans to get beaten up every once in a while. Fans deserve to get beat up sometimes. I've seen it. I've seen fans where I'm like, man, I wish this player could come up here and I love seeing fans get beat up. I know, look, I'm supposed to be more mature. But I'm not, dude. Some of these fans need to get put in their place. I'm sorry. Malice at the Palace, a dude threw a cup at Ron Artest, and then they attacked the wrong guy. At least, look, I will say, you need to get, if you're going to attack a fan, you got to get the right fan, okay? I'll take any 80s or 90s basketball team and play it against these kids, and they'll still beat them because they were just muscled them off the floor. What's up, Ruben? Pistons are thugs. Isaiah Stewart gets Steph crap. Yeah, no, Isaiah Stewart's super annoying. Super annoying. DiVincenzo should have tackled the coach. Fans talk too much shit and not get beat up. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes fans deserve it, man. I Super Bowl clip where the Bruins were playing the Rangers and a bunch of Bruins players went in the stands. Yes! I gotta find that. I think I heard about that. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Dude, sometimes fans, I love when players confront fans. I like when that stupid couple was yelling at KD and he turned around and got in their face. I love that. I'm sorry, man. Like, I've talked about this. When I'm at a game, I will, like, boo the other team and root against them. But when you, like, go personal and you, like, yeah, nah, it's too far, man. It's too far. Maybe you deserve to get shoved down a couple rows. All right. If you saw it, look, I posted the clip. I just posted the clip the other day when I got into it at the Roots game last year. Look, man, if you go too far, you get called out. All right? So I don't mind if fans get beat up if they earned it. Because, look, I'm on the side of the players, dude. I might beat up some fans with the players. Be like, man, this guy was talking the whole game. Get him. But yeah, wait, I can't think of a single incident of coaches fighting. There's got to be. It's somewhere along the lines. I mean, not like Little League. I think I've seen those videos, but like a pro team have any of the coaches ever fought? Does anyone know? That one dude who Rendon grabbed at the collie a few seconds. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, too bad it's Rendon because he sucks. But you know, what's up, Marie? Look, man, sometimes fans deserve to get beat up, and that's just what it is. But all right, thank you for the heads up, man. That was a fun clip. That was fun. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so City Connects, yeah, I already said my thoughts, dude. They could have did something way cooler than what they did. It's just a boring concept, played out concept. And I'm not happy about it. Okay, and that's it. And there's plenty of City Connects I like. I'm not just a person against all change. I'm not. Okay? Look, I'm gonna do my concepts. Alright, I'm gonna learn. I don't know how to do it. But I'm gonna do my concepts and you guys will see, okay? And I showed the concepts. Do you guys remember who was here when we ranked all those Giants jersey concepts? And a good example is like the Valkyries, the Valkyries concepts where the concepts were way better than the execution. Didn't the coaches get into it with Laureano in 2020? Did they actually fight though? Hockey coaches, I've seen them trash talk for sure. I remember that when he ran to the dugout. Was it Ramon Laureano? Charges the Astro. Oh, I forgot about this. Dude, I do remember this. This is the John Boy breakdown. I don't want the John Boy breakdown. Okay.
Laureano gets hit again. That's the second time. Now he's pointing at Castellanos. It looked like a break.
This is great. This is great. I forgot about this when he just runs, right?
Release. This is the Nash, and now we've. Look out, folks. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea.
So the coach is in there? Yeah, I don't remember the coach being
toward the
in
dugout,
there.
and this is not good, folks. This is exactly what Major League Baseball said you absolutely cannot do.
But this was, if I remember correctly, this was like in the heat of like all the fervor against the Astros, right? This is when everything was coming out and everyone hated the Astros, and I think everybody was just kind of on their tail. You know what I mean?
And that's a problem. No fans in the stands. You hear everything.
Gonna cost.
Hold on, I need to see the replay. I need to see. I didn't know the coaches were. It's hard. Everyone's masked up. I don't know who's who. Oh, so it's not. It wasn't the head coach. Is he a trainer? I don't know who that guy is. Dude, I tinkled in that dugout. Me and Gabriel tinkled in that dugout right there. Life is life, dude. And sometimes lifes. And that day, me and him tinkled in the dugout. Life was lifing. And we had no idea. Ramon Laureano got in a fight. Got in fisticuffs right outside. Well, I mean, if we thought about it, we could have remembered. But at the moment, we weren't thinking about that. Just think. They had no idea that just a few years later, Gamer Athletics and Dylan, the host of Variety on YouTube, would be taking a tinkle in that bathroom. They had no idea. There's an artist in San Francisco that's been designing one for each San Francisco baseball game. He made some really good jerseys. Yeah, I think that's one of the guys. I want to say that's the guy we talked about one of his jerseys probably like 2 months ago on a live stream. I'm so mad we couldn't see that in person. The coach was a baby and stayed behind his bodyguards of cheaters. The coach was running his mouth for Ramon. You've tinkled in both, Jenny? Ah, no. I didn't have it in me to do both. I could have, but I didn't have it in me. Well, guess what? They're still there. Maybe there's still time. Andrew brought like 10 plus years ago. McGuire and Gibson. I don't remember that. Was that when McGuire, was he first base coach for a while or something? Let's see. I think I found it.
Listen to this. A Major League Baseball game turns into more of a hockey match. This happened Tuesday night with the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers getting into not one, but two brawls. started with Arizona's pitcher hitting Los Angeles' star rookie in the face with
Oh,
a
wait,
pitch,
I do remember
and then
this.
hitting
Yeah, I remember
another
this.
player. Punches replaced pitches at that point, resulting in 6 ejections. Now let's take it to the top of the 7th. The Dodgers retaliate with a wild pitch. Both teams came charging onto the field once
Dude, it's
again.
such bad quality.
In case you're wondering, Dodgers did win this one 5-3. But boy, oh boy, look at that.
Dude, punch him, dude. Punch him more. You know what I mean? Ooh, Angels versus Athletics. I mean, some of the best fights was Will Clark and Ozzie Smith. That's a good one. That's a good one. But it's more specifically, though, I want to see more fans get punched.
The season. Next time up is the 4th inning. And as LaRusso looked on, watch
Let's see.
McCaskill's pitch. But watch his reaction.
Right in
It
the
looked
head.
like he was trying to throw at him, but
I don't
McGuire
remember
says,
this
you
at
know,
all.
enough is enough. And while McGuire didn't charge the mound, some others did. Carney Lansford in the middle of some pushing and some shoving. McGuire taken out of the game for precautionary measures. But you look at the replay, and it hits the flap.
Ooh.
And if my memory serves me
Ooh.
correct, that flap was put on after
Dude,
the,
Chris Berman, dude, come on.
in '67, suffered by Tony Conigliaro, the Red Sox. They made those flaps mandatory.
Dude, man, I miss these days just listening to Chris Berman talk baseball all the time. Nah, I don't even watch ESPN, you know. Back. Name of the artist, I can't remember. Is it Jordan Designs or is that the other one? No, I don't think it's Jordan Designs. Starts with a C, I think. I want to say like Conway, but it's not Conway. I don't know. Go from talking about channel views to City Connects to fights. If you guys have Tinkle in the Collie Bathrooms dugout. Dodgers and Giants haven't had a good fight in years. I know, we got some good ones, man. You know, catchers getting hit with the baseball bat. What was it Juan Marichal hitting him? We almost had one. Bumgarner and Max Muncy. We almost had one. We need more. I hope we fight. I hope we beat up Blake Snell at some point this season. You want more fans to get punched? Yes, I do. Yes, and no serious injuries. Just roughed up a little bit. Maybe not even punched. Pushed. Wrestled. Made to look foolish. Yes, I do want that to happen. There's a lot of bad fans out there. Coco Chris Red Sox fight a while ago. I remember that. And I have to get mentally prepared to go back to work from being off for 2 weeks. Oh, Marlena, have a good one. Good luck back at work. I know that's always a difficult transition back to the working world. Good luck, though. Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, let's do some show and tell. Did I say everything about the City Connects? Look, I don't like them. Okay. I was excited for them. I like the idea of City Connects. It's just I don't understand who chooses. I just feel like there's so many better concepts that could have been chosen. I don't get it. So I'm gonna figure out like how to do giveaways for these. But I got a bunch of Dave Righetti signed cards, rags, you know. Got these at FanFest. They had a whole table full of them. Also at Oracle Park, the game used memorabilia store has been replaced. So I'm really hoping that means it's moving to somewhere bigger or something. But right now it's not there, so I'm a little worried. I was given this as a gift, which is really cool. But River Cats vs. Trappers inaugural opening day commemorative ticket, May 15th, 2000, West Sacramento, California. This is from the 25th anniversary. Right? So 2024, last year, they put out this commemorative ticket. But I thought this was cool. And were the River Cats started as an A's? Oh shoot, I just dropped it. They were started as an A's affiliate, right? Or was that later? Hold on. History. Following 99 season, PCLs, Vancouver Canadians were purchased by a group led by Art Savage, moved to West Sacramento, renamed the River Cats for the 2000 season. Savage was the majority owner of the team as his death until 09, blah, blah, blah. In 2016, Mike Piazza became the first and only River Cats player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. But it doesn't say if they were immediately an affiliate. Oh, yeah, what? Okay. Oakland A's, so they were an affiliate to begin with. So does that mean the Vancouver Canadians were the A's affiliate? Oh, they were for only one season before they moved. So the Vancouver Canadians in the Pacific Coast League were... Oh, wow. They were affiliated with the Oakland A's in 78. And then they were with the Brewers for 7 years. Pirates for 1 year. White Sox for about 4 years. California Angels for 5 years. And then the Oakland A's. In 99, then they moved to Sacramento in 2000. And they were the A's affiliate until 2014. I did not know all that history before that. That's cool. Yeah, so anyways. River Cats inaugural season. Commemorative ticket. This is the only Sacramento team that I acknowledge, okay? This is the only Sacramento baseball team that I acknowledge and I have a couple hats for and, you know, I will root for, okay? I don't root for any other Sacramento teams. We're just over here squirreling. Ramirez and Anderson fight was awesome. All right, it was a good fight, but I like Tim Anderson a lot, and I don't like that he lost. What else did I get? All right, you guys know, all right, I love alternate leagues and alternate teams and old history of old leagues that don't exist anymore and stuff. And one of those games I got to go to was an Alliance of American Football game. Went to a San Diego Fleet versus Birmingham Iron game at Jack Murphy Stadium, a.k.a. Qualcomm, a.k.a. SDCCU, or whatever it was at the time. Now torn down, replaced by Snapdragon Stadium. It was the former home of the San Diego Chargers, San Diego Padres. And the AAF came to town, and the Fleet played for a few weeks until the AAF folded mid-season, and they were all kicked to the curb. But I did find an unopened pack of Topps AAF cards. I don't know if I want to open these. I don't know if I want to just leave it like this. I mean, they're not worth really anything. But I thought it was fun to have. So I kind of want to open it and just see what, you know, former NFL players are in there and stuff. So, yeah. So we might do a break, you know? We might do a break. Oh, that's cool. They got all the team logos there. There's the Fleet. So I saw the Fleet play the Iron. They had some really cool branding, actually. I loved the San Antonio Commanders. The Alamo and the sword and stuff. Super cool. And the San Diego Fleet, they were actually, some of the branding was beautiful, man. It was like this nice gray with this beautiful yellow. Yeah, and the Birmingham Iron were cool because it was kind of like a even more simplistic Raiders. It was just like black and white with a little like gray. Yeah. I think the only one I didn't like was the Atlanta Legends. It was like kind of a purple combo. It just didn't work, I thought. But yeah, we might do a break, you know? AAF was fun while it lasted, like 4 weeks. What else do I got? All right. We mentioned the Alamo earlier. I haven't even opened this yet. Let me see if I can get this out of the bag. Oh, it has a protective film on it, so never mind. I don't want to take this out yet until I can display it properly. But I also got a commemorative ticket for back home at the Dome, Warriors versus Spurs, January 13th, 2023. One special game back at the Alamo Dome. I went, I did a video. We broke the all-time attendance record for an NBA game. The Warriors destroyed them. I think Andrew Wiggins went off. I can't remember who. I think Andrew Wiggins was the leading scorer. Well, it's just such a fun time. Honestly, I can't even. I'm over the moon still that I got to go to this, because the Alamo Dome was a place that I thought was so freaking cool when I was a kid, and I finally got to go see a game there. For the first time in over 20 years. They did one special game, so I got the commemorative ticket, and this will go in my display somewhere. It was so much fun. Please go watch this video if you haven't. It is it's one of my favorite sports memories of just straight up fun. Some of the sports videos are great. They're emotional. Even my Candlestick video or last A's game, last Raiders game, there are these seminal moments that I've gotten to be there for. This was just fun. Just a good time, it was just, this was super cool. So I wanted these. I don't know if they gave these out there or you had to order them later, which is what happened with Rickwood Field. They had commemorative tickets, but you had to order them later. So I don't know how that worked, but I've been eyeing this since this game. I finally found it at a really good price and was able to get one. And then I got some cards here. I also got this is really easy to find. These are all over the place. I just grabbed it because I really like it. But the Quad Candlestick pins. This is a special one made for the final night game at Candlestick Park in 1999. The original Quad Candlestick pins they would give out to people that stayed at extra innings night games. When you walked out of the ballpark, they would give you this pin with the SF with snow on it. And so they did a special commemorative one for the last night game. I have actually a few of these. I have one of the original pins as well somewhere. I might have a couple of those too, but these you see these all over the place, so these aren't super rare or anything. I really like it. I think it's cool. Does San Jose still have that arena football team that plays in SAP? Yeah, actually, Diosa had mentioned they had their opener tonight, and they won, so they're 1-0. This was at the beginning of the stream. He mentioned it. Bay Area Panthers. All right, go Panthers! Woo! Marshawn Lynch is an investor. All right. I got this is a game used swatch from Buster Posey card. I don't know much about this card, but it was pretty cheap. And it's got a little patch. Jersey Fusion included material from an undershirt worn in 2017 by the player depicted. So, game-worn undershirt swatch. So I buy random stuff like this when I see it at a really good price, And then let's see. These aren't that special. I got some Barry Bonds cards for my display. But here's I don't think I showed this, but so for Giants Fan Fest, they're giving away a bobblehead, and they announced it was a Brian Wilson bobblehead, which just seems super random to me. So I was like, is he gonna be there? Is he gonna? Oh, they lost. Oh, I thought the Panthers won. I like the reflection of the. Oh yeah, that's why I put the mirrors there. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I always say I built that. I built the whole thing. All right, I got the pipes. I painted them. I put them together. I drilled holes to run the wiring. I built the base. And the base, I also built the The little metal model of a stagecoach that sits at the base. It's a redwood base because I'm from Redwood City, so it's a piece of redwood that it's sitting on. I stained it. I did everything. All right. Anyways, so yeah, the Brian Wilson bobblehead was just such a random one. I was like, is it his birthday? Is he being honored in some way? And no. So when we walked in, I feel like I know what kind of happened. So this is the Brian Wilson bobblehead we got at Fan Fest, Giants Fan Fest. The Wheeze, fact. All right, Fear the Beard. He has like real hair, not real hair, but like it's a fuzzy beard. Got his logo, picture of him unbranded, right? And then it's got his life story. Learn more at brianwilson38.com, and it's got all his socials. So I was just like, what is this? You know? So I think that he must have just donated this or something. And said, hey, here, give these to the fans. He must have just had inventory because this is unbranded. This is not an official drop. This is not a stadium giveaway. Unlicensed, unbranded Brian Wilson bobblehead. Very, very random. And we did see that he's like selling some of his old memorabilia and stuff. So I don't know if he's just trying to clean up, spring cleaning or something. I don't know, but very random bobblehead to get. Very weird. Something we haven't talked about in a while. Bobble cheeks. I mean, sometimes you don't got to talk about what's already known. You know, you don't got to talk about what's already known. I still got to put this video out too. This is probably still my favorite bobblehead, honestly. The Birmingham Black Barons, Willie Mays. I showed you guys all these, right? The Cueto Shimmy, the other Vita Blue, the Draymond, I think I showed you. I just ordered some other cool ones too, and I got some more show and tell that like I said, I have so much show and tell. I got a bunch of stuff in Vegas. I got a ton of stuff. I'm just gonna spread it out because I can't do it all on one stream. You didn't go to FanFest? Dang it. You would have got the bobblehead. But yeah, it's very random that they gave that away. So I don't know. And then, you know, we just talked about the Alamo Dome. So, and I showed you the Willie Mays, right? And one of my favorite things I like to get. One of my favorite things because it's just, they're quirky, they're odd, some of them. This one's not as odd. But I love old advertisements. So I got this old page. I don't know if it's from a magazine or what, but an old page. Willie Mays Coca-Cola ad. Things go better with Coke. That was the that was the slogan of the 1980s. Congratulations, Willie. He won an MVP and they put out this ad. Say, hey, that's the way to make things go better, right? So yeah, I love old advertisements. I love like the simple design of it appeals to me, and just it's fun, you know. It's just fun. So Willie, of course, was a focal point of the whole Rickwood Field thing, right? And I finally got my order from Rickwood Field. And I got Rickwood Field, America's oldest ballpark, Birmingham, Alabama, authentic infield dirt. So I finally got some dirt from Rickwood. This is going to be for my Willie Mays display. Yeah, this was Rickwood Field is one of my favorite sports memories of all time. I just, you know, certified infield dirt, it says. And, you know, since I was at the Rickwood game, I've been trying to collect some of these cards. Some of them are very pricey, but they just came out with the relic cards from Topps. So I had to get a couple. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. I really want Elliot Ramos, but I don't know if they're doing one for Elliot Ramos. I haven't really researched this enough because Elliot Ramos hit a home run in that game. But I did get a Wilmer Flores, and it has an authentic patch. It's hard to see, but it's mesh patch from his jersey. Rickwood relic card. So I just think it's so cool that I was at that game at Rickwood Field, and this jersey was out there on the field. You know what I mean? So I got the Wilmer. Okay, I got the Wilmer, but then this one's even cooler because they have multiples, right? They have the relics, and then they also have the relics with the autograph. So I got the Yaz. I got the Mike Yastrzemski. It's got the patch and the autograph. 49 out of 50. So just because I was at the game and this game meant so much to me, I'm definitely going to try to get as many of these as I can. I don't know. I got to look up, like I said, I don't know which players they did, how many players. There's some Cardinals players as well, so I'll get those as well. I think there's even Brandon Crawford, so that would be cool to get. But, yeah, freaking patch of his jersey and an autograph from Yaz. So thought those were really cool. So I'm doing in my display, and I'm trying to figure out if I do it in the display or the shadow box. I've been talking about this for months and months now, but I want to do all my Willie Mays stuff and Rickwood stuff and old school baseball stuff. I want to pack it in there. I got the retro Ricky. Well, the seller never shipped. Oh, that sucks. Never began shipping after 26 days. Dude, Mercari is very unreliable. I think I ordered something on Mercari before and it never showed up also. This was years ago. Never really showed off your Satchel Paige bobblehead. Which one? I did order a new Satchel Paige bobblehead, but I don't have it yet. But do you mean the rocking chair one? I feel like I did. But this was the A's giveaway last year. I had to get this. I'm a big Satchel Paige guy, okay? Big Satchel Paige guy. I have a Satchel Paige poster on my wall in my living room. An exhibition. It's a advertisement for an exhibition game in Buffalo, New York with Satchel Paige on it. So Gabe got me this. So shout out Gamer Athletics. He was able to procure this for me because I wasn't able to go to this game. If you guys don't know the story, why he's in the rocking chair and whatnot, when the A's were in Kansas City, they were owned by a guy named Charles O. Finley. Charles O. Finley was kind of a maverick. He was a wild man. He was a showman. He looked up to P.T. Barnum and people like that. And, he liked gimmicks. He introduced orange baseballs for a couple games, things like that. So he signed Satchel Paige at 59 years old, sort of as a gimmick, but he did pitch 3 scoreless innings. But while he was in the bullpen, they had him in a rocking chair for the photo shoot, and it was part of the joke that he was an old man in a rocking chair. And they brought him in to pitch, and he's still the oldest person to ever pitch a major league game, or to play in a major league game at 59 years old. So that's the story behind him in the rocking chair. And I have another Satchel Paige bobblehead on the way. It's not here yet though. And I think I might have the Ricky Henderson one. No, I don't. I have the Willie Mays vintage style. Does not bobble very well. But Willie Mays, and then I think I showed you guys, but I'm not gonna show it. I got the Steph Curry back there also. And shout out gamer girlfriend Natalie. She gave me Marshawn Lynch Oakland Roots. I got the San Francisco Seals, Joe DiMaggio, Now there's some people, man, like some of these guys out there, right? Like our friends over at Bobble Talk. They like their collections are extensive and thorough, and they just get everything. I can't do that. I will lose my mind. So for me, I just get the players I like, and that's it. Because otherwise I would lose my mind. Okay, my mind would be gone. Here, remind me next week. I have this Marco Scudero bobblehead I've never opened for the 2012 anniversary. I've never opened this. I've never even looked inside. It's actually coming open. Maybe I should look. No, I'm not even gonna look. Remind me, I will unbox this next week or something. I gotta spread this stuff out or I'll run out of things to talk about, you know what I mean? I got another really cool souvenir that I can't show yet. I gotta see Gabe first. Once I see Gabe, then I can show it. Because I got him the same thing. I'm out of banana water. That's no good. So yeah, a lot of cool things. Rickwood Field dirt. Look at this. He was running in this patch, on this dirt. Come on. Come on, dude. What happened to Cheeks Baba? No, it's still here. We just talked about it. This is never going anywhere. This is my prized possession. Okay? And yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff, folks. All right. I can't wait to start getting my display. This is my game used. Which one is this? 2019 game used ball. Brandon Belt, single to right field. Willie Mays autograph. Barry Bonds autograph. Vita Blue. Rich Murray. Bill Lasky. And I have a members only video coming out on the channel. There's a members only video coming out probably tomorrow. I got some other members only stuff, and I might just do members only videos of me building my display once I finally get to it, you know. Once I finally get to it, I will show that stuff. And I want to do like with the member stuff, I want to do like free previews cuz you guys don't all need to like join. There's so much stuff, and it's like I forget if I showed it. Like, did I show the Forbes Field? I don't know if I did. I don't know. Bobble Cheeks for what'd you say, $5,000? No way, dude. Actually, look. You know what I want to do? I want to get another Bobble Cheeks and do a giveaway. Bobble Cheeks giveaway. That's what I want to do. He's always there, watching me, protecting me. I have a Posey one from that day. Nice. I got the Scudero. I was there when he did the Scuderoing in the rain. How about them Sharks? What is the score? I know Bay Area Throwbacks is there, I think. I need the Sharks to get the win would be nice. Oh my god. Oh, they lost 8-1. Good job, Sharks. It's all right. Better draft pick, right? Better draft pick. We're building. We're building, dude. Got myself a 49 rally towel from Super Bowl 58 for like $3 on eBay. Dude, for some reason I love rally towels, man. I got some extra ones actually for Fans Fest, but nobody bought them, so I still have them. Oh no, this isn't one of them. I thought this was one of them, but this is from Royal Retros. They did the candlestick rally towel. Woo! Shout out Royal Retros. I need to fix this. I need to fix this right now, dude. There was some So there was a lot of Super Bowl stuff in Vegas that I saw because I went to a bunch of antique stores and stuff. I probably went to like 4 different antique stores while I was out there. Pretty big ones too. There's some really awesome ones out there. And yeah, I would see some Super Bowl stuff and I was just like, man, I don't want to see this. Man, get this out of my face, man. Hey, get this out of my face, dude. They had a Super Bowl 50 sign at the Neon Museum, episode coming soon. And I was like, man, get this out of my face, dude. That's what I told the Neon Museum. Get this out of my face. Hey, get this out of my face right now. That's what I told them. I watched the Sharks to laugh a bit. Oh, man. Sharks and No Soul got rid of Zetterlund, Blackwood, Granlund. I mean, they're building, you know. We'll see in a few years if all this matters, if the trades, you know. Someone needs to be fired. I mean, look. We said the same thing about the Warriors when they got rid of Monte Ellis, all right? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Sharks look worse than last. I mean, we'll see. Rally towels or thunder sticks? I like rally towels. Last night was 6-1. First goal at the end for Lund. That was nice. I haven't watched any Sharks games in like 3 weeks, so I don't know what's going on. Another first overall. That's what I'm saying. Let's get another first, dude. You know, if that was good. All right. Look, maybe I'm wrong, but I can't say that when I was one of the people booing the Warriors for getting rid of Monte Ellis, and then it ended up being the best thing to ever happen. Yeah, I just watch my mouth, you know. Yeah. What's up, Jennifer? No donuts, no more sugar. Sugar's killing me. No donuts. Yeah, I think that's all my show and tell for now. I had to replace my my flame light for that today because it died while I was in Vegas. I showed you guys the Oakland Coliseum, the mini one. I showed you guys this before, I think. These ones, sports stadium ones, they're not the best quality, but they're fun. You can find them for pretty cheap. And you guys know I'm collecting like every single stadium I can get my hands on. Barry Bonds Mini Bob. The Mini Bob. I could have talked about the bobbleheads. We'll talk about the bobbleheads when I get one. But the Giants bobbleheads that they're giving away this year, I was so excited. Freaking Matt Chapman Gold Glove, Barry Bonds, finally, it's been so long. Steph Curry, and then last minute they added another Elliot Ramos. I don't like him that much, and I'm like, dang, I'm bummed out. Like the Matt Chapman one, I love the pose, but he's looking the wrong direction. So he's like, it looks like he's throwing the ball to first, like a hop jump, right? A jump throw. But he's not looking at first. He's looking at like this way. But the ball is supposed to be going that way to first. And he's like this. And then Barry Bonds, his face looks super goofy. I don't know. Maybe it'll look better in person. And then the Steph Curry, I just don't get it. He's just standing there in black shorts. He's not doing anything. He's just standing there in black shorts for some reason. I don't know. I'm just disappointed. The Elliot Ramos one looks cool. And if you guys haven't seen the Oakland A's, the Athletics of West Sacramento, their bobbleheads this year are fire. They're all great. They're all incredible. They're all fantastic. I forgot who it even is. I think Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler. Are they doing a Ricky one? I don't think they're doing a Ricky one. Or maybe they are. I don't remember. I just remember the whole lineup was fire. And I was like, that's not fair, you know? Because I would have wanted these too. Not even as an A's fan. Just like, because, you know, I loved Lawrence Butler, dude. And I don't like, I'm not even going to get into it. Gabe knows. Gabe knows, dude. I just, you know. But I think if I was an A's fan, if I was an Oakland A's fan, I would probably still want the Brent Rooker one just because you know, his accolades were with Oakland, so I'd probably still get that. Sharks beat Toronto twice in the last couple of weeks. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I did see one of those. I don't think I watched the game though. Eklund must be pissed not feeling it. Oh yeah, Mason Miller. There's a Mason Miller one. If the A's make the playoffs, what will they do? They don't even know yet. They don't even know where they'll play if they make the playoffs. I don't even think they've announced, dude. I drove by the Tropicana site. I was going to do a quick video. I didn't. But I'm going back to Vegas, so maybe I'll do a quick video. Would you guys want a quick video at the Tropicana site just to show it, just to document it? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else? I showed you guys the silver from Nevada, right? I think I showed you guys that last week. And the Nevada State Museum. It's a sticker. I did a video here. It'll come out soon. Nobody cares, but I care, okay? I have a light up ice cube from Disneyland. You think I care? Of course I do. Could they play at Oracle Park? I hope not. The Giants are going to be busy. All right? Giants are going to be real busy in October, dude. All right? We got plans, dude. The San Francisco Giants got plans in October. And they all take place at Oracle Park and another stadium yet to be determined, dude. But we have plans, okay? Now, the Warriors are winning it all this year. The Giants are winning it all this year. The Valkyries are going to shock the world and win it all in their first inaugural season. Do you mean the former Kansas City, Philadelphia, and Oakland, and West Sacramento for a temporary time, then Las Vegas, but maybe Utah Athletics? Yeah, I think I don't know, man. Like sometimes I wish you could see into the future, because, dude, what if the A's ended up in Utah, or what if they ended up in Portland? That was so my prediction a few years ago was that if Oakland lost the A's, they would be in Portland. Or at least Portland would be in the top like 2 or 3 cities. So, I mean, with their they have a bunch of ballpark plans and stuff, and that's a possibility. And then, but then where would the Rays go? And I want to know, I asked Gabe this, but for any of the A's fans, if there's any A's fans here, if the A's ended up being sold to whoever to stay in Sacramento, and they built a ballpark and they stayed in Sacramento, would you guys either remain fans or become a fan again if there's no threat of them leaving the state? I'm curious, because if my team left, I mean, Sacramento, I like Sacramento. Sacramento's cool. It's not super far, but I still feel like if a team left the Bay, I'm done. But I feel like maybe a lifelong team, if the Giants moved to Sacramento, I think I might be able to. I think I might accept that. Not accept it, but like still remain a fan. That's as far as I would go though. Like, but I don't even know. I might be too bitter at that point and still not be a fan. But like, yeah, dude, if the 49ers moved to like Santa Barbara, I'd be done. If it was the San Luis Obispo 49ers, I'm done, dude. I'm done. Get out of here. Hey, get out of here. Bay Area Panthers taking the title too. Yep. Do you see Mercedes trying to get an NFL? Merced. The town that has one dying mall, a Sonic, and a couple Jack in the Boxes. That town is trying to get. Was that like Merced NFL expansion? Let's see. The city is known for its strong football culture. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything like that. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. I thought, if anything, I know sometimes people do those like jokes or like memes where it'll be like the beauty of Fresno, California, and it'll show like a tropical rainforest. So I thought maybe it was that, like, oh, Merced's trying to get a team. My feelings on this change at least 5 times a week. Yeah, I kind of feel like I would be in the same position. I would probably just like go back and forth. But the way I see it though, like where my teams are at and from is pretty much the most important thing to me. So if that, if that's out the window, then I'm out the window. Hey, dude, door's that way. That's it. I could barely deal with the 49ers moving to Santa Clara, and that's closer to me. I live right by the stadium. Not right by it, but like pretty close. And I hated it. Like, you're supposed to be in San Francisco. But, maybe I'd feel different though, because obviously losing a team is like so difficult. So maybe I would learn to live with it if it was Sacramento. Vegas though, no, I'm done. Absolutely not. There's no way. Like, I don't understand Raiders fans that stayed fans. I will never understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's like just a red flag. It's like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Oh, Riverside. Riverside's trying to get a team? Riverside's a little bigger than Merced, but it's still not. Second most promising metro area for potential NFL expansion, following Austin and ahead of Orlando, sparking excitement among Inland Empire football fans. There's no way, dude. Riverside named as number 2 most likely location. That'd be so dumb. If anything, you know what? Move the Chargers there. How about that? Move the Chargers to Riverside. They can be Inland Empire, San Diego County, like all the way down the 15. All right? Name them the Highway 15 Chargers. You say you might go to Sac if it was the Giants, or did I hear that? I'm saying I might. In my head, in my heart right now, I'm saying no, I wouldn't. But if it happened, I might rationalize it and be like, well, it's Sacramento. I like Sacramento. I go to Sacramento occasionally. It's not that far. It's still Northern California. I think I would maybe, there's a chance that if the Giants moved to Sacramento, I would still, and stayed in Sacramento, there's a chance I would still remain a fan. I don't think so, but there's a chance. Now, if they move to Las Vegas, then no, it's not at all. And I love Las Vegas. My grandmother was born in Las Vegas, but I'm from the Bay Area, and I only represent Bay Area teams. That's it. That's it. I don't root for any teams that aren't from the Bay Area, except for the Carrick Rangers in Northern Ireland, because I did invest in the team. All right, so I'm a diehard Carrick Rangers fan. I don't know anything about the team, but I invested in it. I'm collecting team ownerships now. Sue me. Sue me, dude. That's right. They hit me with the targeted ad. They were crowdfunding, just like the Oakland Roots and the Ballers. And I threw some money at the Carrick Rangers of Northern Ireland. That's right, my third professional team. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to find you guys. Dang it. Why is it small? Here we go. All right. This is my new team. The Carrick Rangers, baby. Let's go. But obviously, overseas is different rules. I don't know anything. I'm just having fun. Dude. And this is it, dude. This is what it all boils down to. I walk what I talk. And that's it. So I said I support these crowd-funded teams. They do it a lot in Europe, so this is not like super unique. This is a model that I can get behind. All right. I support unions. All right. And I support crowdfunding teams. So I threw a couple dollars to own a team in Northern Ireland. Sue me, dude. Sue me. Get your lawyer on the phone. All right. So I'm a diehard Carrick Rangers fan now. Yeah. So dude, I'm a I'm a freaking, I don't know. I'm trying to say not entrepreneur, but I'm a freaking not a conglomerate. You know what I'm trying to say, dude. I own 3 teams. Dude. Sue me. That's me on a Tuesday for sure. Petition of Oracle Park get an all-star game. It's time. We're overdue, man. Did you get the gear yet? I have not got the gear yet, but I will definitely get some Carrick Rangers gear and represent. Yeah, and if there's any other teams out there crowdfunding, I'll throw a couple dollars down, dude. I'm supporting it. We need to bring that model over here because, look, I don't know how to explain this because I'm not super smart, but I feel it. So let me try to put it into words. But there's certain ways that the world works or society works or whatever that we just accept as that's how it is. And it's normalized to us because we grow up in it. We can't see outside the box, right? So with sports ownership, Americans, we are in that box where we just accept, well, the owners, you got to spend money to get a good team and you got to do this. That doesn't need to be part of it. It's only part of it because people want to profit off something that we love and we enjoy and profit off our experiences. There's certain things in life, it doesn't need a profit motive. It really does not. We just accept that it does because we're so used to it. So there's certain things like, let's say Disneyland, for example, right? There should be a little bit of a profit motive so that they want to create new rides and new experiences so that another theme park down the road doesn't get all the new stuff and then everyone goes there instead. Right? There's a reason for it. But like with sports, you're not really building anything. You're just treading water while players go out and play. Like it can exist without extra capital. If all our money just went into the system of the game instead of to owners and shareholders, like think of this, dude. Whatever you love, whatever sport you love, whatever the last jersey was you bought, and I'm not saying this is not like me lecturing because look, I'm wearing look at all this stuff I bought. I paid money for. That money is going to, there's some rich kid in a mansion right now living a comfortable life, and it's partially because you bought jerseys. And that kid's not doing anything to do with the team. He just exists in a family that owns a team. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any reason why teams can't be more. And the reason I say this too is because of what sports brings to a community, to a city, to a region. It brings a lot. It brings city pride, regional pride, hometown pride. It revitalizes areas sometimes. It makes kids happy when players will go to a school or to an event and meet the kids. It gives people something to look up to. It gives people events to go to and socialize. It does so much for a community that why does it have to be just pure profit motive? Why can't it be? I won't go as far as to say like publicly funded, as far as like, the government runs it or there's a segment of the government that runs it. I mean, that's a possibility, but it doesn't even need to go that far. But at least crowdfunded. At least crowdfunded. I think every team, I mean, the Packers do it, right? I think every team should be partially owned by the community. And that could be local government. That could be taxpayers. If the taxpayers actually had the ownership, not just the tax money going to pay for a private business, right? At that point, it's no longer just a private business. So I'm just saying we're so normalized into this model that like one person, or one family, or one group will own a team. That's normal to us, but it's not the only way to do it. And there's other ways that we could do it that would benefit people and communities way more than it does now. Heard the A's need a new owner. I'll buy him. Went to Northern Ireland about 6 years ago. I've never been. All right, Diosa. Have a good night, man. But yeah, man, it doesn't need to be that way. We've just accepted that's how it is, but it doesn't need to be that way. And that's why I'm supporting whatever teams I can that are crowdfunded. Now, I heard there might be some crowdfunding for like San Francisco FC. They're even lower level than Roots. I don't know if they're like third level. I don't know all the levels, but they do awesome gear. Like their kits are beautiful. They do like Muni themed kits. Like they do a lot of cool stuff. I would love to buy into that team. I don't know. We don't need when a team means so much to a community, but one owner is able to rip that apart. I don't see that as right. I don't see that as okay. And that's why, like, look, I'm going to go to the A's game. I'm going to go to Sacramento. I'm going to see a lot of scabs there. I'm going to see a lot of Sacramento fans. I don't understand how people don't have, like, the empathy or the care or concern for this systematic failure. And like I always say, I know it's just sports. We're just talking about sports. But it's a metaphor for a lot of bigger things going on in society also. And that's why I like to push it so hard, because I hope that people see the parallels. This is not just sports that all this stuff is happening in. This is happening everywhere. Think of all the like brands that you've loved and then they sell to some group, some ownership group, some faceless, nameless ownership group. And then the quality immediately goes downhill until they just suck up as much as they can and then sell it off for scrap. That happens constantly. So yeah, so for that reason, I told you guys a million times, I'm for the people, all the people, whether we're different, whether we're the same, whatever. I'm for the people. People over profits, people over capital, always. And that's why I support these teams. That's why I bought into the Carrick Rangers. USL adding promotion relegation should make these owners put their money where their mouth is. If you don't win, you get relegated and lose money. Yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm excited for that. And I could see if more teams had that, that'd be cool. Like what if now we got the UFL, right? It was the USFL and the XFL merged. I was watching the San Antonio Brahmas against the Arlington, what are they? Arlington Defenders or something? What was it? I was watching the game yesterday. Where'd I put the... whatever. I was going to grab the AAF thing, right? Now, AAF, they had a really stupid owner for the league owner. He was a moron. And he tanked the league before the inaugural season was even over. But what the AFL wanted to do... Where the heck did I put the... I'm losing my mind, folks. Anyways, the AFL. Oh, it's under this. I found it. The AAF. They wanted to position themselves as sort of a minor league to the NFL. Now, the NFL does not have a farm system per se. They've used other leagues somewhat, like CFL. They had the European League for a while. And they kind of just use practice squads as like their farm. But what if the UFL or the AAF, if they didn't fold, but we got the UFL now, what if they had promotion and relegation? So these terrible owners that don't even try, they could get relegated and a UFL team would get promoted. It would be a huge change for the American people. Americans, it would take a while for them to get used to it, for sure. But in the long run, it might be the way to go. Might be the way to go. Now, I think the MLB and the ownership has definitely positioned their farm system, all the minor leagues, the different levels. I think they've probably purposely positioned it in a way that would make promotion and relegation very difficult because you don't have established teams. What I mean is like the rosters are ever changing. There's call-ups. There's all kinds of stuff. There's all the options. It's a constant kind of rotating door. And a part of me thinks that's on purpose so that no minor league team is just established and good for like a considerable amount of time. They truly are just farm teams. But I mean, baseball, they could make those changes where that would be possible. And the A's could get relegated because John Fisher doesn't even try. And this is another thing about some of the new A's fans or the Vegas A's fans are so stupid, man. And some of these people are like, because, the A's finally spent a little money on players. And it's like, dude, they're playing you, man. He's doing that to try to entice investors. He's trying to show people like, oh, look, we're going to win now. We're trying now because he still needs money for Vegas. And that's been the ongoing criticism is that they don't even try. So why would someone want to front some money for a stadium for an owner that's notoriously not even trying to win? He's the dude. Come on, these little gimme little contracts he gave out. Come on, man. It's so easy to see. I don't get how people don't understand it. And all these people, man, I've been fighting in the comments lately. I need to stop. Maybe that's why I've been so angry lately. But some of the people just say the dumbest things, man. The dumbest things. And just it's infuriating. So many people just buy into the corporate propaganda of like, oh, people weren't showing up to the games. It's like, what? But why, dude? The Roots game was full. The home opener was full. Yesterday, still had plenty of people. It's like over 7,000 people. That's not bad at all for a second level soccer team. Like the final Battle of the Bay was packed. The last game at Oakland was packed. In fact, the last whole week was packed. The fans are there. The fans are willing to go. But when you screw them over for 2 decades, people are going to stop going. And that's what people don't know. I mean, obviously there's A's fans probably watching. You guys know. So I'm preaching to the choir. But and Jenny was a season ticket holder for a long time. She can tell you there's other season ticket holders that gave up their season tickets a few years ago. They didn't wait till the end. They gave them up a few years ago because they were tired of it. They were tired of the back and forth. They were tired of the team just basically lying to the fan base, being dismissive of the fan base, raising prices for no reason, raising prices with 0 upgrades. And it's like, how do you get invested in a team that you just know they're not going to re-sign any star player? They're not going to re-sign. If anyone has a breakout season, they're gone. Like, play good, but don't play too good, or we're not re-signing you. You're out of here. Like, they did that for decades, and I talked about this in the last A's game video, so I've gone over this a lot. But the A's had terrible ownership almost their entire existence. Since Philadelphia. All through Philadelphia, they had bad ownership. They built some dynasties, though. But here's the thing that's crazy. When you look at it, the A's three-peated in the early 70s, and attendance still went down. You know why? Not because there wasn't fans, not because people didn't want to go, because Charles Finley was still shopping the team around, and the team was still relatively new. They were only in Oakland a few years at that point, so people weren't invested. They didn't grow up with this team, and yes, incredible players, incredible success, but the owner just showed up and is already talking to other cities about moving. The A's fans had to deal with that for generations. And just people, and the stadium's in a bad area and blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up, man. You know? They had to spend money or they wouldn't get revenue sharing. That's how it should be. Is it too late for a cocktail? I mean, do you? Could have seen the Giants going down that road and not getting free agent stuff if they held on to Farhan. Possibly, yeah. Purposely neglecting the Coliseum. Absolutely. This was all by design. You guys know... Again, preaching to the choir, do a lot of you. You guys know this stuff. But the A's, Oakland presented so many plans and so much money for infrastructure improvements and things like that, for Howard Terminal. They had a whole plan for the whole area. And the A's, I don't know if it was past the deadline or the deadline was coming up. All they needed was an environmental impact study. And they wouldn't do it. So Oakland did it for them. And the A's still acted like, oh, Oakland's not helping. Oakland's not trying. It's the mayor's fault or the city council or the blah, blah, blah. They just straight up lie. And that's what's crazy to me is people don't understand that corporations, they're not under oath. They can say whatever they want. There's this YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name. He has way more subscribers than me. But this dude is the dumbest person, and he does total doom loop propaganda videos about San Francisco and the Bay Area. He has these thumbnails that makes San Francisco look like Gotham City. And he just did a video, an update on Oracle Park. And he walks around Oracle Park, and there's all these empty storefronts and stuff, and he's like, oh, it's a ghost town, nobody wants to move in here because of the high crime and blah blah blah. Like, high crime around Oracle Park? I'm there all the time. There's barely any crime. There's crime. It's a major city. And then he found a broken window, and he's like, oh, see? It's like, oh, no way, you found a broken window in a major city? No way. Now, does that same person travel like I have to these red states? And you see all the burned out buildings? Dude, go outside Birmingham like I did last year. There's rows of houses just burnt out, just sitting there for years. And this is how dumb people are too. Sorry, I'm on one. He's out of banana water, folks. So he's losing it. If only I had banana water by Woodstock. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Maybe if I had more banana water, I wouldn't be on one. But I am, because he's out. Because it's so good. Sponsor me. This dude talk about high crime area. Like, no, it's the landlords, dude. It's the landlords. And so what's so funny is when people just believe it. So like Walgreens, for example. Walgreens will shut down and they'll close up in downtown San Francisco. And they will say, too much crime. Couldn't afford it, blah, blah, blah. And then people just run with that. Like, dude, they're not under oath. They say whatever they want. And they need to say whatever they can for their shareholders. They're not going to be like business sucked. Sorry, it's business sucked. Why? Because we're downtown, in a downtown that is like almost all office buildings and skyscrapers, so it becomes a ghost town at 5 p.m. And even if there's condos, they're too expensive for anyone to afford, and the rent is too much for like someone to open a restaurant there. So it's only Chipotle and other major, establishments. They don't say that. And they just blame it on crime. They're not going to just be like, the business, we couldn't do it. We sucked at business because everyone buys all their stuff on Amazon now and gets it delivered directly to their door immediately. And so nobody wants to walk 8 blocks to this Walgreens where we only have 2 people working and all the shelves are just chaos and a mess because we don't pay enough people to actually like clean the store and make it look presentable. We don't do that. They're all manipulating you, dude. Stop letting it look, he's a revolutionary, folks. All right. These corporations and the rich people are manipulating us and lying to us. And it's the same thing with the A's. It's a rich person manipulating and lying for his own gain. That's it. It's that simple. I like Farhan and Kapler. Ooh, I like Kapler. Don't like Farhan. Exactly the doofus you're talking about. Yeah, this dude's an absolute moron. And then what makes it worse is he plays dumb. He's like, well, you're denying the video proof? Like, all I did was walk around and show it. As if we're all stupid and don't know nuance. Now, I know a lot of these people don't understand nuance, right? A lot of the people who voted for a lot of the stuff going on don't understand nuance. It's all binary. It's all black and white. This is terrible. This is great. That's it. No in between. So he tries to act like, well, I just showed it. This is just the reality. But like, no, look at your thumbnails where you try to make it look as scary as possible, where you look like this. Like, what are we too dumb to read what you're trying to say with your facial expressions just because you don't say it purposely? It's the same thing with like racist dog whistles. It's like they act like just because they didn't say the N-word, it's not racist. Like, no, dude, there's nuance. Dude, he's on one, folks, because he loves the people. And he's tired of the people getting dismissed and disrespected and stepped on by the rich, the wealthy elite, the corporations. He's tired of it. So he's on one. And he's out of banana water. So he can't calm down. They're lying to you. And these doom loop propagandists are idiots. One of them just got arrested for like underage stuff. Of course. It's all projection with them. This dude would just walk around, find homeless tweakers and just film them in their face. Be like, children have to walk past this. No empathy whatsoever. And it's just so dumb because these people in the comments, I stopped going to San Francisco years ago. It just went downhill. No sort of understanding of how things actually work. No understanding of how every city has the same exact problems no matter where you go. It is not a local issue. It's a systemic issue because the billionaires are hoarding all the wealth. And these people will blame local politicians or they'll blame whoever's in charge at the time, right? So all the California stuff, Gavin Newsom, he's the devil to everybody. Oh, Gavin Newsom ruined this state. No mention of Ronald Reagan closing all the mental health facilities and releasing all the people with mental illness onto the streets. They don't talk about all the Vietnam veterans that came home to nothing, to no programs, while they tried to cut the VA, and then they all end up homeless because they're dealing with the mental effects of going to war as a teenager and seeing their peers killed in front of them. And, dude. All right. And that YouTuber's a moron. I'm in San Francisco all the time. It's a beautiful, wonderful city. It's got problems just like every other city. And blaming it on whichever political party you don't like is just stupid. It's just stupid. The problem is no political party can get anything done when they're being ran and influenced by nothing but the billionaires. Anyways, I know exactly the doofus you're talking about. I'm glad. Angel Stadium and Dodger Stadium built in the same time frame as the Coliseum. Exactly. And the Coliseum was never upgraded, and that was on purpose. And, to throw them a bone, a lot of that was the Raiders' fault, because the Raiders were playing games with the Coliseum and Oakland. Al Davis was able to negotiate Mount Davis and the luxury suites, which kind of ruined a lot of the ballpark. There's a lot. It's more complex than just, one thing. But yes, especially since the Raiders left, and even like before that, like 2000s and beyond, the A's barely did anything for the community. And then they lied with the whole rooted in Oakland thing. After the Raiders left, they just tried to act like, oh, we're for the people. And then just hate us because they ain't us. Wish they could make it here in the Bay Area. I mean, that might be it. Just got in with a dude in the comments about how every major city smells or is dirty. A lot of crime. I mean, we aren't going to sit here and say the Bronx is the cleanest city for baseball, or Philly. That's what I'm saying, dude. Nobody talks about the Pelicans. Nobody goes to Pelicans games because New Orleans has such a high crime rate, high violent murder rate. Nobody talks about the high murder rate of St. Louis when they're talking about people going to Cardinals games. Nobody talks about Kansas City's crime rate. Nobody talks about Cleveland's crime rate. So it's for political reasons that they vilify West Coast cities, because West Coast cities are deemed liberal, so they try to fool people that anything liberal is bad. Even though you go to red states, you see the same stuff. And the thing is, like, when you go to a major city, it's concentrated, so it's easy to find. You go to rural red states, it's not easy to find, and people can afford a $200 a month trailer or something like that, so they're not just out on the streets. It's just people just don't understand how things work, and they get manipulated into fighting these culture wars that don't matter when the real enemy is the billionaires. They are hoarding the wealth. They are taking everything. They are taking the resources. They have made everything into a profit motive. Like Bill Burr always talks about, the dude from Nestle wanted to privatize water, access to clean water. Like, they are putting a profit motive or a subscription model on daily life, and we're being squeezed, and they are purposely making people point the fingers at other stuff. The homeless, the immigrants, the trans people, the trans kids. They're trying to play sports. Everyone watch out. Who cares, man? There's like 40 trans kids in high school sports right now. 40. And people will vote against their best interests just to try to hurt those 40 people, those 40 kids. That is disgusting. It's shameful. And Russia is winning the Cold War. The Cold War didn't end, and Russia is winning it now. And that's why we're going after Greenland, because they want to destroy NATO. Putin, Trump, they want to destroy NATO so that they can fulfill their imperialistic needs. How do you just make enemies out of all your closest allies immediately for no reason? Elon Musk talking about, I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent, but this last thing, and then I'll move on. I'll get some more banana water and I'll chill. Elon Musk talking about getting rid of government waste. First of all, that's not going to save you any money, even if he does. But he's not really. He's just firing people so that his taxes go down and his cronies' taxes go down. What he doesn't tell you is all the money he gets from the government. What he doesn't tell you is he built all his companies with subsidies, with contracts. Why do you think SpaceX is doing everything it's doing? They're getting government money. They're getting money from NASA. They're partnering with NASA. Our tax money is going to Elon Musk. And he's talking about he's going to save us money. No! Do you really think a guy whose family got rich exploiting Africans and now he got rich exploiting Americans, you think suddenly he's just like, I'm going to try to save you money. I got your back. If you had our back, you wouldn't be worth what you're worth. You would have been paying all your workers this whole time. Anyways, dude, look. The billionaires are the enemy. The rich people are the enemy. Not trans kids, not immigrants, not someone, it doesn't matter, dude. The only real enemy in that front is Dodgers fans. Dodgers fans are the real enemy. But besides that, it should be us. They try to say it's left and right. It's not. It's top and bottom. That's the real fight. And look, I went off, but this is why the A's saga meant so much to me, because it's such a perfect metaphor for what's going on in every aspect of our life. One guy is able to rip out the hearts of a whole entire region, a whole fan base. One guy. And we just accept it. Like, well, he owns the team. Like I said, the team is not the ownership group. The team is not the title that has a name on it. The team is the spirit. The team is the people that go. The team is the connection. The team is the experiences. The accomplishments of those players and the people in the stands cheering them on. That is the team. The team is not a real tangible thing. The team is an idea. And these rich owners are exploiting that. They're exploiting our love and our connection to this idea, and they're turning it into a tangible object that they can profit off of. So that's why if my team left, I'm done. Because it's no longer that idea. It's a totally different idea now. I'm not following the paper trail. I'm not following what the contracts say. I'm not following what the business registration says. That means nothing to me. You know what I mean? Now it came out that Trump is angry with Putin. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's a useful idiot, and Putin has been playing him like a fiddle for years. Absolutely. He's like the Pied Piper, and Trump just marches us right into fascism because he doesn't know any better. He doesn't even know what fascism is. He has no idea what fascism is. I guarantee. He didn't even know what the word groceries was. But Putin played him like a fiddle. I'm sorry, Canada and Greenland and all our other allies. Hopefully we can repair those relationships, you know? But anyways, we have fun, don't we? Sorry. Just can we get an administration and a president that isn't just beholden to the corporate overlords? I would like that. That's why I like Bernie. You know, I'm a Bernie guy. I was a bees for Bernie in the Bay Area. Look, let's talk more positive stuff real quick before we call it for the night. Okay, I will be at the A's game to document. I got a lot of cool merch I'm working on that. So I need the capital. Speaking of, I need the capital. And then look, I'm not against all capitalism and whatever. I just think we have plenty of resources. We have too much resources that every single American can be comfortable, taken care of, get an education, have shelter, have food, have medical care. We can easily do that. And not even have to think about it. Easily. But the rich want more and more and more. So anyways, there's some shirts and stuff I want to do. My kind of big hang up right now is where do I want to manufacture? There's a lot of good options, depending on how I want to do them. You guys saw, I was wearing one of my shirts at Fans Fest. If you saw it, and I have a whole line of shirts I want to do and things like that are more kind of fashion centered. It's not just like slapping the Variety logo on a shirt or whatever. Like this is a Vertlife shirt, right? It's not just simply slapping it on. It's like I'm trying to do actual like fashion pieces. My main problem now is just like storage. I don't have anywhere to, if I was to buy it an order to sell, I have nowhere to hold my inventory. And so that's kind of something I'm trying to figure out. I do have some storage in my apartment, so maybe I could clean that out and get rid of stuff so that I can make room for that. I don't know. I still got some pins and stuff I want to do and things like that. So hopefully you guys will see part of that journey as I get through that. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things with the channel I'm unsure of. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I just pivot to other things more than the videos or what. Obviously, I love doing the videos. It's just so much work with very little reward, unfortunately. And, when you see your views go down and down and down, it's kind of like, it just makes you feel dumb. It makes you feel like, why am I doing this? I could just be, my time would be better spent on another project or another avenue or medium or whatever. I don't know. Storage shed. I mean, I don't have land like that. I mean, my mom does. My mom has a backyard. Maybe my mom would let me put a storage shed in there. I don't know. Warriors put up 148 points and Curry only had 13 of them. Dude, the Warriors went off. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out, but there's definitely a lot of cool things I want to do. I want to continue to do. For now, I'm going to keep filming, and just do kind of my normal program. But obviously, there's got to be a pivot at some point when I can't even crack 1,000 views. And what's funny is like my subscribers go up every single day, like mostly because of like the Arco Arena series and stuff like that. Because of that, I'm getting new subscribers constantly. My subscriber count is going up and up and up and up. But my views on like new videos just go down and down and down and down. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out, folks. Yeah. I mean, a public storage shed. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's an option, but around here, they're really pricey. I actually had a storage unit for a while. And just while I had it for 2-3 years, every month, like, they would try to, like, up the price. And it's, like, stupid now. It's, like, it should be what rent should be. So that's an option. But there's also a lot of the public storage here is limited time that you can access it. So it'll be, like, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. something, whatever, and you can't go in after that. And I'm a night owl. I work through the night, so like if I'm trying to ship out orders and I can't get to it, and then during those hours I'm at work, that would be a holdup. Plus having to drive somewhere and get somewhere and grab something and having to go back and forth would also be really frustrating when, like I said, I already barely have time. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. This is a time where I probably need, I wish I had like a partner or something. Someone to help, which, I've tried. I've had people working and helping, and then they disappear on me. So, I don't know. Gabriel, be thankful for Natalie, all right? That help is tremendous that you get, and she's really good at sort of being your partner and stuff. She adds to your videos. She helps you film, dude. She's into it, right? She brings good vibes. So be thankful. Be thankful. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the Roots game video. It was a good time. It was a real good time. I enjoyed towards the end goofing off with Gabe. That was fun. Other than that, did we talk about everything? Did Show and Tell, City Connect? Yeah, we did. All right. I will see you guys in Sacramento if you're there. If not, hey, dude. Hey, you'll see it on YouTube soon. Okay, shortly. Texas Prison Museum video will be out shortly, and hopefully those Disneyland videos in the next couple weeks. Like I said, 3 of them. So I'll space them out. And a new members only video is coming out tomorrow. Members only it's actually from the last Roots game. All the shenanigans that happened. I'd be down to help you shoot stuff. That'd be super cool, man. That'd be super cool. I wish you were around. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. As always, I love you. And like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something or Other Tours Now Variety. Vertlife. And go Giants.